is located in Liberty Township, Putnam County. The staff here that will be serving you is with Dye Real Estate and Land Company tonight. My name is Devin Dye. I'm the broker and owner at Dye Real Estate and Land. To my left is Mike Reindl. He's one of our auctioneers in Ringman. He'll be helping out. Also, Matt Bowers, he helped register you. He'll be a ringman and helping out tonight on any questions that you have when it comes time to combinations and placing your bids. To my right here is Dave Worwell. He handles all of our online bidding and our auction software system. Jaylene Smith registered you in, and Austin Hefner is our equipment person. And my mom and dad, they Kevin and Lynn, they come and feed everybody at our auction. So just want to say thank you to my staff that helps out with these. I also want to say thank you to Lynn Dietering and Terry Wagner for allowing us to represent them in tonight's sale. They are our sellers tonight, and they have chosen to allow us to represent them in the sale tonight, so we want to say thank you to them. I'm going to go through the terms and conditions of tonight's sale and go through each track individually in the combination, some information about the sale and what we're offering here tonight. I'll go through your bidder packet, so if you'd like to follow along, I'll start right inside the front page there with the terms and conditions, and then we'll get right on to the auction part of the evening. So right inside your front page here, you will have the terms and conditions if you'd like to follow along. Tonight's sales method. The property will be offered in 3 tracks, individually and then in combination. There will be open bidding on individual tracks and then proceeding to the multi-parcel bidding format. Bidders will be able to combine any track at any time during this part of the auction. Bidders will be able to increase their bids on any track or combination until the auctioneer announces the tracks are sold. Down payment tonight's sale is 10% on the day of the auction. The down payment must be by personal check, business check, or cashier's check. Financing, bidders must have their financing arranged prior to the auction. No bids are conditional upon financing tonight. All absentee and phone bidders must register with Dye Real Estate and Land Company prior to the auction. Anyone bidding on behalf of an absentee bidder will be equally responsible for the bid and required to enter into a contract to purchase at the end of tonight's auction. Auction disputes. If any dispute arises between or among bidders, the decision of the auctioneer shall be final and absolute. Bid rigging. No person shall engage in bid rigging. This is an Ohio Revised Code. As used in this section, bid rigging means a conspiracy between auctioneers, any participants in an auction, or any other persons who agree not to bid against each other or at an auction, or who otherwise conspire to decrease or increase the number or amounts of bids offered at an auction. Online bidders. All online bidders must be registered prior to the day of the auction. The technology disclaimer is for online bidders only. I'm not going to read that in the room tonight. Property inspection. Potential purchasers are responsible for conducting their own inspections of the property. Any due diligence, inquiries, and inspections will be conducted at their own risk. Seller and real estate company disclaims any and all responsibilities for the bidder's safety during any physical inspections of the property. Acceptance of bids. Any and all successful bidders will be required to enter into a purchase agreement with the seller immediately following the sale. Seller may be signing the contracts electronically. All final bids are subject to the seller's confirmation. This offer will remain irrevocable and available to the seller for 5 business days after delivery of this offer to its seller, its counsel, or agent. Dye Real Estate and Land Company will provide a preliminary title opinion, certificate, or report to be made available upon request to prospective bidders for review prior to bidding. The certificate is given for the protection of Dye Real Estate and Land Company only. No other person or entity may rely on the opinion expressed herein, nor is any liability assumed by the certification except 2. If any buyer elects to purchase title insurance, the cost of that title insurance will be at the buyer's sole expense. Seller will convey title free and clear of liens, but otherwise subject to all easements and matters of record. All tracts are being sold as is. Seller to provide a trustee's deed. The balance of the purchase price is due at closing, which will take place within 45 days after the auction. In the event the buyer fails to close and pay their balance when due, seller reserves all rights allowed by law, including a suit for damages, specific performance, or cancellation of the sale, with the seller to retain the earnest money deposit. Any action taken after default shall be solely at the seller's option, with all costs incurred being paid by the buyer. Possession will be at closing. All taxes and assessments shall be prorated to the day of closing. In prorating the taxes and assessments, the most current available tax information shall be used. The property is currently in CAUV. If the purchaser removes the property from CAUV, the purchaser will be responsible for the payment of any CAUV tax recoupment. New taxes may be established due to the creation of new parcels. All dimensions, proposed boundaries, and tract acreages are approximate and are based on aerial photos and auditor information. The sale will include 100% of the mineral rights, if any, owned by the seller. Seller will provide a new survey and legal description if required to transfer. If governmental authority approves the legal description under its current form, then the buyer agrees to accept the current acreage described under the current legal description. If a new survey is obtained, the total sales price will be established by multiplying the per acre price established at the auction by the total acres according to the new survey. We did check these legal descriptions with the county prior to starting to market this property, and they approved them. So we are going to transfer them that way unless they change their mind in the next 20 days, and we'll figure that out and we'll have a new survey done. But otherwise, they have approved the current legal descriptions the way they stand. Agency, Dye Real Estate and Land Company, and its representatives are sole agents for the seller. Disclaimer: in absence of warranties, all information contained in this brochure and related materials are subject to the terms and conditions in the purchase agreement. The properties are being sold as is, where is, with no warranty or representation either expressed or implied concerning the property is made by the seller or Dye Real Estate and Land Company. All sketches and dimensions in this brochure are approximate. Each potential bidder is responsible for conducting his or her own independent inspections, investigations, inquiries, or due diligence concerning the property. The information contained in this brochure is subject to verification by all parties relying on it. No liability for its accuracy, errors, or omissions is assumed by the seller or Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Any announcements? Day of auction, take precedence over printed material. The above terms and conditions are to be an addendum to the purchase contract. Tonight's sale does sell with seller's confirmation, so at some point I will step out and get that confirmation from the seller. Also, as far as the survey is concerned, if these do not sell as one, all three tracts combined, if they do sell individually tonight, we will have a surveyor go out and mark the pins as where the boundaries lay. So just keep that in mind. These are currently their own parcel. The 40, and the 32.86 are their own parcel. They're not indicated out there right now, but how they will sell tonight, we will have those marked out for you. Moving right along in the bidder packet, I'll go through each tract information here. Tract number 1, located in Putnam County, Section 6, Liberty Township. Annual taxes on this tract are $1,433.10, primarily all tillable, with an NCCPI of 65.77, consisting primarily of Hoytville silty clay loam. Tract number 2, also located in Section 6 of Liberty Township, is the parcel in between, as you can see here on the map. So tract 1's the north, tract 2's the one in between. That consists of 40 acres with annual taxes of $1,505.50, primarily all tillable, with an NCCPI of 66.69, again consisting mainly of Hoytville soil. And tract number 3 is the southernmost parcel here, consisting of 32.868 total acres, located also in Liberty Township, Section 6, Putnam County. Annual taxes are $1,200.48 on parcel number 3, tract 3. NCCPI on this tract is 67.88, consisting again primarily of Hoytville. That one does have some Napanee and Haskins on it as well, but that's around 4% of what that soil type is here. So you can see that if you switch over to the next page. You can see the soil report for each one of the tracts is here on the next page. I do have a very makeshift version of a tile map that's up here, 40-foot centers. We've got an outlet here that runs through the middle of tract 2. It's the best I have for these. There's a significant amount of tile in these farms. You can see it from all the aerial photos, but I do not have any maps to provide you tonight. FSA information. There is a total of 109.92 acres according to the FSA tillable on this. A wheat base acres of 20.68 with a PLC yield of 74. The corn base acres are 34.18 with a PLC yield of 152. And soybeans 42.96 base acres with a PLC yield of 49. Moving right along in the bidder packet, you have the Consumer Guide to Agency. We're required by the state to give you a copy of this, so that is the copy that you've been delivered here tonight. Agency disclosure statement just states that myself and Dye Real Estate and Land Company and all of my representatives here tonight represent the seller in the sale. And then there's a copy of the purchase agreement, which you'll be signing if you are, in fact, the successful bidder here tonight. And then lastly, what I have been provided as far as tile maps are concerned, tile information. If there are no other questions, we're going to go through each track individually. We're going to start the auction off with track number 1, obviously, and then we'll go to track 2 and track 3. We'll hold those bids. We'll place those up on the board. We are selling tonight on whole dollar. We are not selling by the acre. So, again, track number 1's 40 acres, track number 2 is 40 acres, and track number 3 is 32.86 acres. So we are selling on the whole dollar tonight. We're going to go ahead and get things started if you guys are ready. All right, folks. Really good farms. This is a great opportunity. We don't get a chance to sell one like this all the time. We're really happy to do this for the family. We want to thank you for coming out tonight. So we're going to start track number 1, 40 acres, northernmost track here. Somebody start me in at 600,000. 600 here, now 600, utter down here, now 6, but I give 600 here, now 5.5, it'll give 550, give 550, give 550 here, now 5.5, I got 550, now 75, it'll give 575, 550's on, I got 75, 600 here, now 25, it'll give 625, 600's on, now 25, it'll give 625, I'm bidding at 600 here, now 25, give 625, 600's on, now 25, it'll give 625, I'm bidding at 600 here, now 25, it'll give 625, 625 in, all done. Somebody give 625. 600's on. Give 625. I got 600,000 up here Matt's way. I need 625. 600 here, down 25. It'll give 625. All right, hold the bid. Matt's way, 600,000. Bidder number is 191. All right, moving right along. We've got that up on the board. Track number 1's at 15,000 an acre at 600,000. Track number 2, somebody give me 600 and open it. Give 600. I got 5 now, 5.5. It'll give 550. 500's on now, 50,000 down here now, 5.5. It'll give 550. I'm bidding at 525. Give 525. 500's on now, 25. It'll give 525. I got 25 now, half. It'll give 550. 550 now, 575. 575. 600 here now, 6. But it'll give 6 now, 625. It'll give 625. 600's on now, 25. It'll give 625. Bid 600 here now, 25. It'll give 625. 600's on now, 25. It'll give 625. 625 here now, all in, all done, 625. All right, hold the bid your way, 600,000. 188. All right, moving right along, track number 3. 32.86 acres here on track number 3. Give 500,000 for that one. Give 500. Give 5. I got 4. Now 25. 400's on, now 25, now 50 down here, down 75, it'll give 475, 500 here, now 500 down here, now 475's a bid, give 500, I'm bidding at 475, 500, now 25, 525, 550, now 75, it'll give 575, 600 here, now 6, I'm bidding at 575, 600 here, now he would buy, now 600, I got 575, give 600, 575's a bid, give 600 down here, now 6, I'm bidding at 575, give 600 here, 575's on, give 600 down here, now he would buy, now 600. Hold the bid, 575 right here. 191. As you can see up on the board, track number 1 is at 600,000, track number 2 is at 600,000, and track number 3 is at 575. We have a total bid of $1,775,000. Somebody give me $1,008,000 on the whole. Yep. I got $1,008,000. $825. I got $1,008,000, $825. Give $1,008,025. This is the whole thing. $1,008,025. $825, $50. I'm $1,008,025 here now. $50 down here now. Able to buy now. $1,008,050. $825's on now. $1,008,050 down here now. Able to buy now. $1,008,050. I got $825. Give $850. $825's here. No mistakes. I need $850. $825's on now. $50 down here now. Able to buy now. $1,008,050. I'm at $1,008,025. Give $1,008,050. $825's on now. $50 down here now. Able to buy now. $1,008,050. $825's the bid. Give $1,008,050. Anybody in? $825. Got the bid right up front. Let's put that on that bidder number.
Bidder number 191.
All right, we're going to take a few minutes, have a break. I'm going to step out and call the family here and let you guys think about it. Remember, you can increase your bid on one of the individual tracks. 2 lead right now. You're behind $55,000 is what second place is behind. So you can put that on individual tracks or the whole if you want. But I'm going to step out. Matt, Mike, have conversations. All right, we do have seller's confirmation, so tonight it's an absolute auction from this point forward. We're at $1,008,025 on the whole. Bidder number 191. Anybody want to increase their bid on individual tracks? Right now on track number 1, we're at $600,000. You can increase your bid at any point, any amount. You just have to be 610. If anybody wants to increase their bid on either track 1 or 2, you just have to be 610. You're not going to take the lead, but then that allows you to track number 3. You got a bid? Where are we at? What's your number? 190. All right, right now we have bidder number 191 is all in on track 1 at 600,000, and tracks 2 and 3 as a combination are in the lead at 1,235,000. It takes $1,845,000 to break it up and put it back in a combination. 1,845,000 for the whole. Yep, bidder number 191. 1,845,000. That puts it all back into one. Oh, it says right there. 2 lead, 2 and 3. 1,255,000. Leaves the math out of it for us, Matt. We're not smart enough to do that. We just have to look at the screen. Right now we have the winning bid is 1,845,000 on tracks 1 through 3 total. Bidder number 191.
I've got a bid of $1,255,000 on tracks 2, 3 combo.
Tracks 2 and 3 is 1,255,000. That's going to break up the combination. Right now it takes $1,865,000. Bidder number 191. $1,865,000. Place that bid. Takes $1,275,000 on the combo. $1,275,000 on the combination of 2 and 3. Anybody want to increase the bid on track 1? 10,000 is the minimum bid increment we can do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, track 1 increased it to 610,000. Bidder number is 188. So now it should only take $1,265,000. $1,265,000 on the combination of 2 and 3. Track 1 helped you out here a little bit. Place that bid. That's bidder number 190. Okay. Yep.
Combination 2, 3.
So that is the whole, right now, bidder number 188 and 190 are leading. Track 1 is at 610,000, and track 2 is at $1,265,000. You can see this right here. It takes $1,885,000.
Got $1,885,000 on the whole.
$1,885,000. 191.
I go 620 on track 1.
Let's place this bid first. Thank you very much. That's bidder number 1. We're going to 620 on track 1. 188. There it is. So now for the combination of tracks 2 and 3, it takes $1,275,000. $1,275,000. What do you think, Matt? Got it? 1,275,000. Bidder number 190. Okay. So now we have a lead change. As you can see on the board here, we have track 2 and 3. Matt, you've given him the information. 1,905,000, right? Got it. If anyone's curious, he has the stressful job. 1,905,000. Okay. Track number 2 and 3, it takes 1,295,000 to break that out on its own. Track 1, we're at 620,000. You're behind 15 grand. At some point here, I'm going to put a 2-minute stop clock up on the board. Nobody places a bid within that 2-minute time frame, I'll declare the farm sold. Takes 1,295,000. $1,295,000 is what it takes on tracks 1 and 2. Why don't we go ahead and start the 2-minute stop clock? I'm sorry, tracks 2 and 3. I screwed that up. I was talking wrong.
I want to bid a combo one of 620 and 620, so whatever that equals. I can't do the math because he's talking 240. It probably don't break nothing else.
No, you got a bid. So combination of tracks 1 and 2. Can we place that bid? Check it. 1,240,000. Scroll up. There. Internet's struggling here. So that did not break up the combination. That is on 80 acres at 15.5. Still takes 1,295,000 on tracks 1 and 2. Or 2 and 3, I'm sorry. Still takes 1,295,000. Let's go ahead and start the stop clock. Right now, the lead is on the whole. Tracks 1 through 3 is a combination at 1,905,000. 16,879 an acre. $1,295,000.
Let's try 625 on track 1.
Okay, 625 on track 1. Let's place that bid. Stop the clock. $180. That's going to break that down to 1,290,000. 1,290,000 on 2 and 3. 1,290,000 on 2 and 3. Let's start that over. Takes 1,290,000 on tracks 2 and 3 as a combination. We have 625,000, which is 15,625 on track 1. Got about a minute and a half left. We're at 1,905,000 on the whole. You can increase your bid on any track or any combination in this part of the sale. You raise the bid, you're going to help somebody else make a decision. Right now it takes 1,290,000 on tracks 2 and 3. 600, you can place a bid of 600 and it takes 635 to break it out of the combination. 635,000, which he's got about 50 seconds to make that call. You can bump it to 630. I got about 30 seconds. 635. So I got 630. Stop the clock. 630,000. It's now going to be 1,285,000 to break it up. Yes. Takes 1,285,000 on tracks 2 and 3. Yep.
I go 610 on 2.
Still takes 1,285,000. What's it take on, if somebody's here and wants 1 and 3, what's it take? He's bid on 2. 1,305,000 on 1 and 3. Better deal. We have 1,000,000. He just put it in as a floor bidder at 630. Yep. Got about a minute left. We had an increase on track 2 to 620,000 at 15.5. Still not breaking out the combination. It takes 705,000 on that track individually to lead. On tracks 2 and 3, it still takes 1,285,000. You were at 1,275,000 last. Another 10,000, 1,285,000 breaks it out of the combination. Anybody else? Got about a minute 30 left.
Track 1 takes 635 to lead.
Yep. Broke up the combination. We have 635,000 on track number 1. Just restart that. It takes 1,920,000 on the combination. Yep. Got it. Nope. 191. 1,920,000. He did it. Yep. About a minute 45 left. The combination of tracks 1 and 2, it takes $1,355,000. The combination of tracks 2 and 3, it takes $1,295,000. $1,295,000. At 17,773 an acre is what it takes to lead in the combination of tracks 2 and 3. We have a lead on the whole tracks 1 through 3 at 1,920,000. Anybody want to buy the whole thing? $1,930,000. About 50 seconds left. 1,930,000. Tracks 2 and 3 take $1,295,000. About 15 seconds to figure out if that's real or not, Mikey. Stop the clock. Start the clock, please. 640 on track 1 takes the lead. To get in the lead on tracks 2 and 3, it takes $1,290,000. $1,290,000. 17,705 an acre is what it takes to get in the lead on tracks 2 and 3. Got about 1:30 left. To lead on track 1, it takes $650,000. $16,250 an acre on track 1. Got about a minute left. $1,920,000 is the lead right now. It takes $1,930,000 on the whole. Track 1, we're at $650,000 to lead. Tracks 2 and 3, it takes $1,290,000 to lead. We've got 30 seconds left. Bidder number 191 is in the lead on the combination of tracks 1 through 3. About 15 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold the farm. Bidder number 191, $1,920,000 for the combination of tracks 1 through 3. Thank you all for coming out. You can hang out for a little bit, get some food, and get some stuff on us. We'll just be cleaning up and doing contracts. So thank you again for coming out.